Happy Wednesday morning, my dear brother or sister in Christ. I hope you are in the middle of a productive week. I hope you're going to be coming to Bible study tonight. But more than anything else, I hope that you're living your very best life in Jesus Christ. Well, as I'm sure you already know, I have been blessed, as well as Nancy has been blessed, to have lost a bit of weight in the last 10 months or so. And because of this, I have found myself buying a lot of clothes this year. Clothes are expensive anytime, and every few weeks I've had to reevaluate what fits and what doesn't fit anymore, and what am I going to do with it. As your pastor, I want to dress appropriately at all times, so this has gotten to be quite a bit of a problem of late. But thankfully, I was gifted recently with some very nice, gently used suit jackets and shirts from Brother Mike and Sister Sheila Rucker, which fit me quite nicely and have saved me from another expensive trip clothes shopping. This is indeed a blessing. Thank you, Mike and Sheila. Folks from my generation generally appreciate hand-me-downs. I don't know about you, but I spent most of my childhood in them. Being just a bit younger than my older brother and having some older relatives who were bigger than I am, my brothers and I were often gifted with clothes that were just like brand new. Some people may have an aversion to gently used clothing, but campaigns like the current Go Green and Save the Earth have made it popular once more. As a matter of fact, many folks nowadays run used clothing stores that support the church, such as MCC Connections in Berlin, Ohio. Those particular folks use the proceeds to help people who are having disasters. They were one of the groups that helped our church during the flood, for which I'm sincerely grateful. But anyway, in a society which seems to throw things away when they begin to become worn or used, it's nice to know that God's work can be done with things that have been discarded or are no longer of use to others, isn't it? I guess what I'm trying to get at is that God can use hand-me-downs. The things that the world rejects, he uses to build his kingdom. Why, even Jesus is referred to as a reject. Peter tells us in Acts 4:11 and 12 that Jesus is, quote, the stone the builders rejected, which has become the cornerstone. Salvation is found in no one else, for there is no other name under heaven given to mankind by which we must be saved. Jesus welcomes rejects. He welcomes hand-me-downs. You see, every one of us who came to Christ have been rejected by the world in some way. We just don't fit. We're damaged goods, worn thin in places. We have cracks and blemishes and flaws, and we're certainly not as pretty and as new as we once were, are we? That comes from trying to be what the world wants us to be, what our evil sin nature tells us we are to be. Eventually, if we continue down that path, we become of no use to anyone. No use to the world, and frankly, no use to ourselves. I know that feeling. Hopeless rejects. Yeah, to everyone except Jesus. Whereas the world rejects us, Jesus welcomes us with open arms. He cleans, he mends, he fixes, and he shines us up for his purpose. For the purpose we should have had all along. Learning to live, if you'll excuse the expression, our best life through him. I proudly wear hand-me-downs because I am reminded that I am one of Jesus' hand-me-downs, picked up out of the mud, washed clean, mended, and fit to be called his, made new only by his righteousness through his love. New clothes, no matter what the world will tell you, do not make the man. No, you can dress a sinner in a $3,000 suit and he will still be just as described as the wealthy man in Revelation 3:17. He says, I am rich, I have acquired wealth and do not need a thing, but do you not realize you are wretched, pitiful, poor, blind, and naked? No, I'd much rather be used. In a throwaway world, I'd much prefer being used goods, put to good use by the Master. What about you? I hope you make today a fantastic day. I hope to see you in Bible study tonight one way or another. And of course, I'm here should you need me. And I love you all. Bye-bye.